Okay.
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the Special Interest Group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Get your favorite health tips right here on U24.
Maintain your kidney by drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water each day. This can be in form of soup, tea, water, cooked grains, and boiled vegetables.
My name is Erica Murunchi and welcome to Be Inspired by Erica. So today I want to talk about personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is not just a habit, it is a way of life. By maintaining personal hygiene, you will reduce stress, improve on your focus, show respect for yourself and others around you, to the people around you. Take care of your space and your life. Keep your room tidy, wash your hands, cut your fingernails, comb your hair, brush your teeth, and many others. Take care of your space and your life. Brush your teeth, make your bed, bathe, cut your fingernails, comb your hair, and many others. Make cleanliness a habit. Personal hygiene should be a priority. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Stay blessed. Much love. Thanks for watching.
Don't miss on U24.
Entrepreneurs Hub, giving you a deep and unique insight into agribusiness, services, ICT and innovation, industrialization and so much more. Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium and large business entity. With yours truly, Sandra Kahunde.
Don't miss on U24.
Now, to be honest with you, we are currently living in the best time to ever get rich online. And well, I assume that's why you're watching this video. Now, to some of you who may not know who I am, well, I'm Daniel Ashweze, a 24-year millionaire day trader, and I've been trading close to 5 years. I have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars entirely through trading. And not to that, I've been able to teach thousands of students to make money trading. Now, my purpose of doing this video is to teach you on how to start trading completely from scratch. I'll show you what to do straight from the beginning, and I'll also take you through the intermediate and lastly how you can actually be able to make money. And by the way, I'll also show you on how you can start with as less as $50. Now, without any further ado, let's get started with our course.
Hi, my name is Doreen Tuhirire, coming to you from Be Money Wiser, and we're going to be bringing to you the hashtag 100 Ways to Be Money Wiser by Mrs. T. Tilda Nabandra. We're going to be running this hashtag 100 Ways to Be Money Wiser on U24 television. Don't miss out.
Hello.
Person, which one is the main? Good morning, welcome to this day, and thank you so much for making U24 your home this morning. I hope you're doing well, and I hope it's a beautiful Tuesday right there. My name is Ivan Tumukunde. It's a bit rainy here in the city. I don't know what's the weather where you're watching us from all over Uganda, but it is a great morning no matter the weather, because Uganda is beautiful and we have any kind of weather, and we have been able to enjoy it, and definitely as the Pearl of Africa, that's what we are made of. And what a beautiful morning to talk about the Pearl of Africa, but most importantly on how we can be able to build this Pearl of Africa. The idea of build Uganda, by Uganda, build Uganda, commonly known as Bubu. We had a moment where it was the thing, so much talked about. For those who have had discussions, for example, about coffee and stuff, there was a time that Bubu was the thing. Talk of magazines, talk of radio stations, TVs. It was the thing, having exhibitions here and there. I don't know really what happened to Bubu, but certainly today we'll be getting to know what exactly is happening. What was the impact, or actually what is the impact in as far as Bubu is concerned and developing our Pearl of African nation, Uganda. To start with, from my far left, Nyakana, welcome. Kindly say hello.
Hello, thank you very much. And hello to our viewers.
Thank you so much. If you can kindly talk about yourself a little bit.
Yes, I'm Nyakana Paul Businge. I'm the coordinator of Impact Expos, a consortium of companies that have come together to organize this Bubu Expo.
Thank you so much.
That's why we're calling it the Impactive Bubu Expo.
Wow. Henry, you're welcome. Kindly say hello.
Thank you, Ivan. Hello to you, all our dear viewers out there. Good morning to you all. I hope that you are in high gears to begin the July, as you know, we already in half the year, so we are now in the second half. So I hope that all Ugandans out there are in high gears to continue pushing through and chasing the dreams of the year. My name is Henry Chigozi from Roofings Group. I am the customer care manager there, and I've come here to continue discussing this very important topic of build by Uganda, build Uganda, which is part of the reasons why Roofings is excelling. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you, Henry. David, you're welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here this morning. I praise the Lord. Good morning, Uganda, wherever you are. My name is Kapere David, and I'm from Such Manufacturers Uganda Limited, the pioneers of electronics and home appliances in Uganda. I'm also privileged to be hosted here for the first time and to talk about Bubu by Uganda, Build Uganda. This is in a spirit of patriotism that is always advocated for by none other than His Excellency the President. We need to love our Uganda. We need to support what we produce here and reduce on the cost of those items that are all normally imported from outside Uganda. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Nyakana, when we talk buy Uganda, build Uganda, it's exciting in the ears. For an ordinary Ugandan or someone who is hearing Bubu for the first time, kindly break it down for us.
Thank you very much for that question. Buy Uganda, build Uganda, Bubu, in short, is a government policy that was approved by Cabinet in 2014 to promote or increase the consumption of Ugandan-made products. And this is to a layman, or you and I, if you buy a shirt made in Uganda, you are supporting the producer. But not only the producer has employees who are Ugandan. And these employees who are Ugandans have probably children who they support at school. They are able to get income to pay school fees. So there is a backward and forward linkages to us supporting our local manufacturers. In the words of then Right Honorable Prime Minister Uganda said, it's all about mindset, and when we fail to support our own, that is economic suicide. So that is why the government had to pass the policy in 2014. It was launched in 2017, and of course the Expo comes in 2019.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Before we go to the Expo,
yes,
Henry, the issue of Ugandans consuming Ugandan products, I've seen a number of times people trying to promote majorly coffee, that they are promoting Ugandans and interesting them into drinking coffee and many other products. Why do Ugandans look at locally made products to be substandard? And I'm so encouraged, for example, at Roofings, that your products are consumed locally and people get to appreciate them. If you can, why do people look at most of the locally made products to be of a lesser standard compared to the other products that are imported?
Yes, thank you, Ivan, for that wonderful question you've put across for us to discuss. I want to say that I actually appreciate Ugandans. For me, who's coming from the steel construction manufacturing company, I really appreciate Ugandans that they have trusted. They have somehow, I think the idea we're talking about, that they look at our products as substandard, is slowly fading away.
Okay.
Roofings has been in Uganda for 31 years now, and a company which began with only one plant is now having more than 2. We have 3 plants in Uganda. We have another plant in Kenya. So, and this all begins from Uganda. So that shows that Ugandans have given us the opportunity to prove what we can offer.
Okay.
Only that sometimes some manufacturers or some suppliers take advantage, and because right now as Roofings, one of the biggest challenges we are having is counterfeits. So that is what I'm trying to say, that some manufacturers take advantage of the available market and the policy that is supporting local content, and then they end up producing what is not up to standard. However, to give our viewers out there information is that, one, we have very good technology in Uganda. There are companies that are actually up to international standards. Nowadays there is when you're buying things or when you are looking out for things out there, you look at first you have to look at the UNBS stamp to be sure that actually this has been verified and checked properly, that it meets the standards. But also companies like Roofings will go ahead and also get certified internationally with ISO certifications, which shows that we have met the requirements locally, because before you get an international certification you have to meet all the requirements locally. That's where they begin from. Then they now check and test internationally, how are you meeting the standards out there. So like Roofings, we are ISO certified, and I know there are many Ugandan companies, many of them which are ISO certified.
Sure.
And as well UNBS certified and East African and are certified based on East African standards. So Ugandans have to just look out for those particular aspects. If I'm buying from a local manufacturer or supplier, have they been certified by our entity UNBS? Are the products actually stamped? Have they been checked? 2, if you are interested, go ahead and look for the international certifications. For us, our customers even ask us for these certificates before we supply. You get a customer with a very good contract, and they will ask you, please avail me with your permits from UNBS, and please avail me with your certificates, ISO certificates, for maybe quality management systems, for environmental management systems, for healthy, safety, and occupational systems. So we have to look for those things as Ugandans.
Sure.
We have that obligation that before we trust a manufacturer or a supplier, we check them that they meet the standards. Other than that, products and companies here in Uganda have moved to a greater level. I want to give you a testimony that I've been in East African markets, not even here only in Uganda, but Tanzania, Congo, Sudan, and when they start comparing the products they have with those that we're making in Uganda, we are actually in a better place. Uganda is in a better place than most of the manufacturers around us, in Africa here and maybe other countries.
Okay.
I'll tell you frankly that, for example, in Tanzania, one of the best-selling sheets are those sheets from Uganda.
Oh.
The best quality, they withstand all the kinds of weather conditions there. So, Ugandans, we are on the right track.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. David, what is your take on the Ugandan market and the consumption of the local products? But also, if you can, what are some of the challenges that you find in as far as promoting your local products here?
Thank you so much. As far as Ugandan market is concerned, I limit my explanation on such, especially basically on the electronics and home appliances, where we are basically laying our emphasis on. And now, as for such, like I first give a background of electronics. Like way back in 2015, that's when we started the idea of assembling electronic items in Uganda, and then in 2018, His Excellency came to commission our assembling plant in Ntinda. At that time, I'll give an example. A TV like of 32-inch by then was at a cost of 800,000. But when we joined that assembling business, actually we are like the second to the first, if I'm not mistaken, was Sembule. By then he faced some challenges by then and could not make it to a certain level, and his business went down. Now we took off with quite a big market was there, but it was a bit challenging. By then we were facing big brands, international brands like Panasonic. When you talk about such, nobody knew about such. By then the most known brands were Panasonic, Sony, LG, those brands. They were quite too competitive and very expensive by then. Now we introduced a new brand, our own brand, and we marketed it into Uganda. This has helped so much to bring down the cost of a TV. Like if I can compare, by then when we started, a 32 was at 800,000. Now at the market price, it is just between 300 and 350. So this means that a Ugandan is enjoying the Ugandan products. And yeah, we have reduced on the cost. Not only that, these people are making items like those TVs, the woofers. They were basically working on electricity. Mind you, Ugandans, most of them, if I may say, I can say like 60% have access to electricity. 40% they don't have. So those who are without electricity were basically left out of the social media, like watching TV, listening to news bulletins and all those. Now when we focus on that, like the rural people, how can they be brought on board so that they can also get access to information and other things in the business world. We concentrated on that, and we were able to assemble TVs that can work both on electricity and solar and batteries. We've done also we faced some bit of challenges that people at first tend to ignore things that are made in Uganda, because our products are assembled in Uganda, they are made in Uganda, fully certified by UNBS. Their standards, our standards conform to the international standards, and they fit in the Ugandan market. This has helped in a way that Ugandans have got now a chance of buying things made in Uganda. Not only buying only, but they also benefit in that when we started like the assembling plant, very few people could know how they assemble a TV set. But right now we enrolled people, we trained them. It took us time and money to get some experts from China to come and train our initial staff in assembling these items.
So we're also gaining the skills.
They gained the skill, and up to now we are still adding more people, imparting them with skills.
Okay.
Yes, in that sector.
Good. What are some of the challenges that you've found in the market?
Like I said, the challenges we face is that some people tend to ignore that these things that are made in Uganda are not as good as those who are made outside. But this is not new. I may give an example of the late Dr. Mulwana, when he introduced the brand of Uganda batteries. People seemed not to buy the idea that that battery was good. But as I talk now, they prefer the Ugandan brand to the Japanese.
I think the question of Ugandans appreciating the locally made products is nothing to do with where they come from, or they really want things that are from outside the country. It's basically about the quality and efficiency of the product. Yeah. And I'll give you the example. I'm a great supporter of Ugandan products, and wherever I find an option that has Ugandan product, I'll go for that. But I move to this supermarket and I choose a Ugandan extension cable. I take it home, 30 minutes, it's dead. So it will be very hard for you to convince me again when I go to the market to choose that kind of cable, because I have another brand that I have used for years and it's still working perfectly well. So on the issue of quality control as such, what are you doing to make sure that all the various products that you're making are up to this standard?
Well, like I said, our staff are highly trained. We have the computerized system of checking our products to see that they conform to the quality standards.
Okay.
Not only Ugandan but international, because these are raw materials that we import and assemble these items are made from China, others are from other countries. So we ensure that their quality are so good, and we also give customer service to our goods that we sell. We give them guarantee and warranty of some items. So we give free service to any item that is bought from us, and it has any error or anything to do with its mechanical issue.
Okay.
We have a service center.
Okay.
And they don't return. Actually, it's rare to return an item. Like we have so many items. I can talk about the TVs we have. The only problem at times, the challenges they face is that somebody like can buy a TV and then there is power fluctuation. It starts in a socket, and then power comes too much, and then some items, I mean some pieces inside, they blow up like ice, those minor things. It's not our making, but that man might be a result of power fluctuation.
Sure.
So in such cases, we encourage our customers to bring them. They check and we service them free of charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we are streaming live on our social media platforms, live on YouTube at U24 Television. Follow us on our website at ubc.co.ug and be able to follow all our programmings. We're also on Twitter. Kindly get onto us at U24 Television UG and be able to send in your comments in as far as the conversation happening right here. What is your take on locally made products, and what is your experience consuming some? And kindly share with us such that we can be able to share with the rest of the public. Nyakana, the question of local content. We've seen many companies claim that they are actually doing local manufacturing here. But when you look at the local content, the percentage of local content, how much in those products is actually Ugandan? If you can kindly help us to understand between assembling and then manufacturing, because someone is assembling here, but then they are saying they are manufacturing that product is in Uganda. Certainly there are benefits that come with assembling from here, but then the benefits that come with manufacturing from here are also immense. So if you can kindly take us through in terms of local content.
Okay. Thank you very much, and kindly allow me to first start with the question you asked him, and regarding the perception about our local products.
Sure.
I would like to say two things about that. One is that when you're buying a Ugandan product, kindly check. There should be two logos: the UNBS logo and the BUBU logo. These two logos, for a manufacturer to have them, they must have gone through the rigorous requirements for one to have those. But of course, there are people who will come up and start something and put it out there.
Sure.
But of late, they cannot sell such products through supermarkets because of those requirements. So kindly look at the two logos: the UNBS logo, that means the UNBS certified, and the BUBU logo, because the Ministry of Trade allows these companies to use the logo every year. They have to submit certain documents. The second issue is that the issue we talked about, mindset. The mindset is generally we just think that Ugandan products are of poor quality,
but is it a mindset?
And expensive.
Is it really a mindset?
Yes. I will give you an example. In 2019, when we were doing the Uganda Expo, we came across one of the managers of the big manufacturing company and said, "Oh, Uganda, finally you're waking up." And for them, they had Buy Kenya, Build Kenya in 1992. Yeah, for us who were starting in
2017,
2018, actually 2018. So they say when Buy Kenya, Build Kenya started, it actually kicked out these big supermarkets. I think you've seen the impact even here. Big supermarkets from outside, because every Kenyan would just go now to their nearest supermarket instead of, and Tusker, had to add another plant because people were going for the Tusker brand instead of buying imported drinks. And then that's when the big supermarkets started coming up. The Uchumis, the Nakumats started growing in Kenya because of the impact of Buy Kenya, Build Kenya.
Yes.
So the mindset here is still different. The gentleman, he's Kenyan, he said that in Uganda, when you say you're dressed local, it's like
that
an
abuse. You're dressed poorly.
Yes. It's like an abuse. And yet, in different economies, people are proud to put on.
It's pride that you're putting on something local. Yeah.
So it's all a mindset change, a mindset problem.
How about comparing it with the issue of value? Because if I got much value from a Ugandan product compared to others, certainly I will not opt for them.
True. I think, of course, here it's still, we are still working towards perfecting it. But you will not go there if you don't start. So the journey started in 2018, and now we continue. This Uganda Expo is meant to bring this discussion to the forefront.
Sure.
And that's why we are doing it.
Okay.
So the second question, I think value, Ugandan products, again, I will go back to the mindset change. If the mindset of Ugandans stop, for example, getting products in Chukuwo, you find a Ugandan product, they put made in China, or if that mindset changes, and we support more of the Ugandan businesses, and they grow, and so the quality, the value you get also will change with time.
Sure.
And then regarding the assembling, we got clarification, because in 2018 I think we had a challenge inviting our friend Sachi. They were like, is this imported?
Yeah.
Or is boo-boo? So there was clarification. They said as long as the company is registered in Uganda, paying taxes, it's employing Ugandans, and it's assembling the product here. That's a boo-boo brand. It has made in Uganda. Yeah. So that's a boo-boo brand. So we also promote them. We have Sachi. We had Orion Transformers. Now I think there's Kayola, the bus. But still, because of that mind, people still think that Kayola.
For me, the question is about the local content. Yes, it might be assembling. Talk of the Kayola buses. We have still companies that are here in Uganda.
Exactly.
How much of those buses, for example, what percentage is Ugandan products that we are using to make those products?
Okay, I think I read somewhere Kayola is 70%, I think. I just need to clarify there, but it was released in the news. It was at 70%.
Wow.
Yeah, but as long as the factory is based
here in
Uganda,
yes,
they bring the inputs and manufacture, and the product comes out made in Uganda.
Yes,
that's a boo-boo brand.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, good one. Henry, I want us to focus on the issue of quality, because for me, I'll insist, we don't need to do a lot of mindset change about Ugandans, being able to consume their products. What we need is to give them quality. I was in distribution in around 2012, and was so much doing American-made, Japan, and then Chinese products. But we had a very big issue being able to sell the Chinese products. People are giving their valid reasons why they opted for products either from Japan or American products. Not that they fancy about Japan or America. So my question is, what are we doing in terms of making sure that our products are of quality? And I'll use the example, for example, shoes, furniture that we're making here in Uganda. Someone is making a good product. Actually, they might have better leather they are using to make that product. But you look at the finishing and you're, how do I take this to my living room? How do I put on this show? You want to put on Ugandan, but then the issue of finishing becomes a problem. So what can be done, or what is being done to ensure quality, not only for you as roofings, but also for other Ugandan companies?
Yes, thank you, Ivan, for that question. First of all, I'll begin by saying that one of the ways of ensuring and improving quality is onboarding modern technology for production. And I think the government has been talking about it so much, like they've been talking about it in farming. We need to mechanize all our processes and eliminate the manual, handmade things of doing everything manually with hands.
Yeah.
This I can properly tell you that, for example, what I know most is manufacturing steel, construction materials, and maybe plastic construction materials. Way back, the issue of color coating iron sheets, production of making the different profiles was so much of manual process that there was no much modification or changes that can be done in case a customer wants those requirements. But right now, as I speak, because of advancement in technology, we are no longer limited by choice. Customer can ask for any color they want, as long as they can afford that kind of quantity required for production of a special color. The customer can ask for any size or length of sheets they want, rather than the other methods of having only standard sizes. Currently, we can even make for you the required size of maybe iron bars you want. We can bend them for you industrially. So the thing of wasting and doing things manually, and you end up with substandard work, must be replaced with modern technology. And
Isn't modern technology expensive? I'm talking about someone who's starting up a furniture company or shoemaking company. To mechanize is very expensive.
I think then that takes us again to things like policy, which we're not going to discuss here today, because maybe we need to be
and that's why I was asking about the challenges that David and company does face.
So I think those will be issues of policy, where we have to at least
affordable financing,
and somehow maybe finance those small scale industries coming up to acquire modern technology machines.
Sure.
But also it also has to come back to us, the consumers. First, we have to be able to nurture these businesses, giving them the trust, giving them the actual feedback. It's not good to just buy when you don't get satisfied and you keep quiet and walk away. Now, like us who are in the business of construction materials, we know that there is no way you can go ahead with improvement if you don't get feedback from your customers. So as Ugandans, we have to be able to own our own companies. We own them like they are ours, though they are for different people who are entrepreneurs. Give them genuine feedback that, when you compare this with this, you're not doing well. Can you just please maybe change this to this? And as well, these standard international standards, they can put tasks to people like even manufacturing companies should embrace getting challenged with ISO certifications, because they put you to task to first of all own the life cycle of the product, from its manufacturing to the whole process as it's being used and as it's being disposed. So you find that you will educate your customers with enough information on how to properly utilize the product and definitely get the most value out of it. Because just like I was mentioning, that sometimes you can find that the TV is just one week old, just fresh from the box. But somehow, because of power fluctuation, it has gotten spoiled. But there are methods and means of preventing this kind of getting spoiled based on power fluctuation.
Sure.
It is upon the manufacturers to educate their customers about using these things and providing the necessary requirements for proper usage of all our products. If I am making a chair, I should be able to give a catalog or a manual that guides my customer that as you're using this chair, it is not good to work, it doesn't work with dampness. Make sure where you're keeping it, it can be at least, it can receive a sunlight on a day or something like that. So in that way, with the right policies in place to support modernizing the processes, and with the right information to the users, we can slowly get there and be able to get the value and the quality that is out there that we are always yearning for, which we think is not in Uganda. And also, lastly, to be able to achieve all that we're talking about, just like my colleague was mentioning, Paul, the mindset has to be properly aligned to that. If the mindset is properly aligned to that, therefore we shall trust the products, and we shall trust the manufacturers, and we shall be able to give them genuine feedback. For us, we don't want to work as if we are in heaven or something like that. If a manufacturer has supplied you with materials and they have not met your expectations, share genuine feedback. If possible, even supply a sample of what you would wish to see made. So, for us in the manufacturing of iron sheets, if a customer buys the sheets and somehow is not contented, they give us their feedback. They can even they can even give us a sample prior to what to manufacturing, that we know this is what the customer wants to see at the end of the day, and we aim to achieve that. So we are growing, and we are getting more trusted day by day. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much. David, the question of accessibility, how do you make sure that every Ugandan, wherever they are, they can be able to access your products?
Well, like they say, the world we are living in is just not a global village. Actually, like our products, we have agents in almost every town in Uganda, every big town. They come from up country, they come from near, everywhere in Uganda. Even our goods cross the border to the neighboring East African region. Like we have customers from Tanzania, from Kenya, we have from South Sudan, we have from Congo and Rwanda. So it's not only within Uganda, but also across the border. So those people come, they buy and they take. We have authorized agents within Kampala and outside towns, like I said. So they have access to them.
Okay. Great. Mr. Nyakana, yes, talk of the Uganda Expo. What exactly are we talking about?
Okay. Thank you. Allow me also to mention something about accessibility. I think if you've heard, there are so many number of industrial parks scattered across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have several products made in Uganda. I'll give you an example. Mbale Industrial Park has about over 40 factories doing products made in Uganda. And what they do, they come to, say, Kampala and set up somewhere where you can easily access. So what I know, they have a showroom at Arena Mall. So everything made in Mbale, you'll find it in that.
Wow.
So accessibility is being sorted in that way. Yeah. About the Uganda Expo. The Uganda Expo was launched in 2019. Of course, the discussion started in 2018 through the Ministry of Trade. And the idea was to bring all Ugandan goods and services. Some people just think it's about manufacturers. No, it's about businesses, Ugandan businesses, goods and services in one location for 3 days. Now, apart from the exhibition, which starts from morning at 7 and ends at 7 every day for the 3 days, yeah? On the side, we'll have discussions. Now, that's when discussions like what she was talking about happen. We have the conference, which we call the Impactive Bubu Business Conference, which will have, it's going to be a full-day conference, and we want Ugandans to come and ask, for example, if you have an issue about URA, if you have an issue about UNBS, yeah, this is the time now to sit with the government and say, we are doing business in Uganda, but this and this and this is not going well. So we have that discussion, yeah, and of course they take feedback, yeah. So that will be on the second day. The first day will be an opening ceremony. Ceremony. We expect the chief guest to be His Excellency, and it's just about speeches and visiting the stalls. Yeah. Second day is the business conference. Then the third day we also have another conference, but strictly for women, a Bubu Women Conference, which will be half day. Then in the evening that day, which is the third day, we have a closing ceremony in form of an Impactive Bubu Awards Dinner Gala. So that dinner is where we do, there will be several awards. There will be a raffle draw We have 3 tickets from return tickets from Uganda Airlines for that route, the new route to London. So that is also by Uganda, Build Uganda.
Sure.
Yes, if you're booking. So Uganda Airlines has given us 3 tickets, and those 3 tickets, we are going to do a raffle draw during the dinner, for which one will be a Ugandan showgoer who has bought products worth $1 million and above. They get a coupon. That coupon will enter the draw. Then every exhibitor, every exhibition tent enters the draw for that raffle. Then the third one will be, because the dinner is also paid for, so every ticket for the dinner gala will enter the draw.
Okay.
So, but it's all about bringing together Ugandan businesses. We appreciate them, we promote them. We, I think the last 2 days you've seen we've been trending. Yesterday I think we reached up to number 2 in Uganda, trending. But trending doing what? We are posting photos of roofings. We are posting photos of Sachi. We are posting all the others who have booked. We are promoting them.
Yeah.
So this is the season for Bubu.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Henry, if you can share for the person who is watching, but also to interest someone who would want to be a part of the expo, what exactly happens for the previous years that you've been, being part? Paint a picture for someone who wants to come.
Thank you very much, Ivan. I'll begin with the broader picture, then I will come to the roofing's exhibition tent itself.
Okay.
First of all, one of the things I've seen there is that we have we have some commodities sold at factory prices. You find that maybe a pair of shoes, a safety boot shoes that you buy maybe from a hardware or a supermarket at maybe 200,000 will be there by its distributor at maybe 50,000 less. So I've seen that myself because I've been participating in these events. You can also find all manufacturers giving explanations about their products, how to differentiate them from the counterfeits. Because one of the problems that people have is that many Ugandans are being given counterfeit products compared to what the actual manufacturers actually put out there. So you can be able to visibly see the unique features of what the manufacturers put on their products to be able to differentiate them from the counterfeits on the market. Of course, it's business social networking. Me as Roofings, I may be there to exhibit my materials, but the other exhibitors are also potential customers to me, maybe for their homes or for their other factories, because they have materials which can be used to construct factory premises. So it is a big opportunity platform for both the manufacturers and also the consumers out there to come and interact with their manufacturers. And this is the platform where you'll be able to give your manufacturer the feedback we have been talking about. That actually you are giving us TVs, but this is what is happening. I bought this from the other company or from that country, but when I compare it with this is not happening, this is not happening, something like that. So that way the companies will know how best to improve the products that they are supplying on the market. So I want to interest everybody out there, come and be able to see all this that I've mentioned. For the roofing's exhibition tent itself, expect that we're going to have all our products sampled and exhibited there. So you may be actually thinking, be there thinking that maybe I can't find this kind of size of a hollow section, or I can't be able to find this kind of color of a sheet. Come there and see and ask the questions. We shall be able to tell you that actually that is possible. We can customize for you. We can do this. We can do that. We shall be even able to discuss further our products and their discounts, because as a company which is being promoted by Bubu, we as well want to promote the spirit and the mindset of buying from locally by giving reasonable discounts on quantities of different products that we have bought from us. And some quantities are not so many. Some are as low as 50 pieces. that at 50 pieces I'm reducing 41,000 per item or 10,000 per item. Those kind of things are there. Those kind of schemes are there. But there is no way you can be able to know about them if you don't come to the expo and talk to us face to face. Then we shall also have a team of technical people who are, these are sales engineers and architects, to explain for those who have technical inquiries, or for example, I have my plan, I don't know how much iron sheets I need to save for, can you please look into my plan and calculate for me how many sheets I need? That service will be there free of charge at our tent. So many other things, we shall even have some giveaways. So just make sure that you be there. You don't have to miss, yes.
Okay. David, why are you part of the Bubu Expo, and what should your customers expect?
Well, thank you so much. Bubu Expo is a golden opportunity to showcase what we made and also get feedback from our customers, what they need and what we have to offer them, especially in this changing world where we are going green. We've seen the environment being degraded. Now we have to move from like using electric power to go on gas. Like in our new range of products, we have gas cookers on the market, and we want to showcase to Ugandans that they can save their money instead of using electric power to cook, or charcoal, which is a bit, which makes somebody too dirty and a bit exposes them to other health issues. You can use clean gas. We have gas ovens that uses both power and gas. You can put there your meat, you can put there your chicken, you can put there your local food and so on. You can use it. It is cheap and cost friendly.
You also have a wonderful product when you talk about the environment. You have the EPC, the electric pressure cooker.
Yes.
Which actually is more effective than the gas if you look at the cost of the power used, but also the efficiency, the safety. It's much more better.
Exactly. And we also have other items that Ugandans have not been using, like for example the rural people. You find that even in town here there is something that caught my attention. We are selling blenders. People see blenders, but they seem not to appreciate its use. Why? You find so many people buying packed juice imported from outside Uganda, yet we can make our own local juice using our local blender. For example, somebody can sell a full bucket of passion fruit at like maybe 5,000 to go and buy just a bottle of soda. Just one bottle, whereas you can use like two butundas, passion just fruits to make juice. You blend it with carrots, mango, and so on, and you make a good juice.
Sure.
Yes. So these people can be enlightened about the use of blender, and they can use it also for business. Somebody can make a restaurant, a simple one, and make good money. You blend some juice and you sell to your neighbors, and even pack for your students that are going to school, and save money that you would have spent in supermarket buying expensive juice with so many preservatives. This is purely natural and healthy friendly.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you. Nyakana, talk about eligibility. Who is eligible to participate in this expo? And how do they get in touch, and how do they get to be part?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Bubu Expo, unlike other expos, is like we said, strictly Ugandan, and it's free entry.
Oh,
yeah. To everyone, you just walk in. We're going to be at Kololo, ceremonial grounds.
Okay.
You just walk in and walk out. There's no entrance fees.
That's for the customers?
That's for the customers.
Okay.
For the businesses, we've arranged several tents.
Okay.
The tent is 5 by 5 meters. We have various categories from the platinum and the medium and the low. Yeah. To get more details for what package you want,
yes,
you will have to call the number. I don't know whether it's okay to.
Yeah, you can kindly give out
0787 45 222 or 0753 45 222. Let me repeat. You need to call 0787 45 222 or 0753 45 222 and get more information. Now we also are online. You can you can book online. Website it's www.impactivebubuexpo.com. Impactivebubuexpo.com. When you click register with us, you'll be able to register, and our team will be able to get in touch with you.
Sure.
Yes. For the sponsors, we are still enrolling sponsors.
Okay.
There's still benefits, because right now we are now in overdrive media.
Sure.
And what we're doing, visibility for sponsors. Like I told you, those who came on board, like Sachi and Roofings, they've been benefiting from the trending pages.
So these are some of the benefits that someone gets by
yes, by coming early and sponsoring.
Okay.
You get benefits, and we have about 3 weeks now. Yeah, they can benefit. So we're going to be on the week before the expo. We have a drive. We're going to do 5 drives. So Monday to Friday.
Okay.
And each day will be in one division, the 5 divisions of Kampala. So we'll say go to Nakawa for a full day and talk about the expo. We'll go to Rubaga like that till we clear all the 5 divisions. Yes.
Okay. If you can first emphasize the dates.
Okay. The dates are 24th, which will be a Thursday, 24th July, it will be a Thursday, 25th July, that will be day 2, which will be Friday, and 26th July, which will be a Saturday.
Okay.
That will be the closing ceremony, the closing day. Yes.
Thank you. David, kindly, if you can, your last remarks to the people.
Oh, well, I want to appreciate you for this wonderful program, and I want to appeal to beseech all Ugandans to attend this expo, where all entrepreneurs, manufacturers, and business community will showcase what they have to offer on the Ugandan market, purely Ugandan, where I emphasize this philosophy of buy Uganda, build Uganda, because you are not only buying, but you are also creating job for your son and for yourself and the market, as well as acquiring skills. And because the more factories we have or assembling plant, the more people we shall have who are skilled, because they have to be imparted with skills in order to work in those factories or assembling plants. I want also to appeal to them that to love the Ugandan products, because it's only through buying our own, because we are the very market. The first market is here surrounding us. It is us Ugandans who have to buy our Ugandan products before we think of even exporting to other countries. Because even exporting also we have to pay taxes. That means we are spending our money across the border. So let's support ourselves by loving our nation, buying from ourselves, and these items that are made in Uganda are purely quality, friendly, and based on the international standards. Actually, they are guaranteed, their quality is guaranteed, and they suit the Ugandan user. Yes.
Thank you so much. Henry, your last remarks.
Thank you, Ivan. As we close, I want to thank you for this wonderful show, and also to encourage our dear viewers out there and to request you humbly, use this opportunity where you have free access to your manufacturers. Come, meet them, give your feedback, discuss what you wish to see, your expectations, ask all many questions as much as possible, and buy items directly from the manufacturers themselves, such that you avoid this gap of middlemen coming through with counterfeits or exaggerated prices.
Sure.
So this opportunity does not always happen every day or every week. It is this month, so we want to request you to use this opportunity and be there. Also, I'll not fail to talk about my company as Roofings. We are here as you have trusted us for this journey of 31 years. We are continuing to promise that we are going to keep up with the best quality products, such that everyone gets value for their money as they are investing in those projects. We are expanding our production premises. We are investing in out of technology every day and right now we are almost launching a new phase of our manufacturing plant in Nambanve. So there's much we are cooking for the Ugandans. Come and see them and talk to us at the expo, and we shall be glad to see you there.
Okay, thank you. David, something is itching you.
Yes, lastly, I want to appeal to government. There are some people who are getting involved in counterfeits. As we answer the government's appeal of producing things locally, we also need to be protected because we invest so much in terms of intellectual property. So we need our rights also be protected. Like such now, there are so many people who are bringing in, importing in counterfeit brands of such from outside China. Imagine, but we need the government to help us in this. Our products, we have an assembling plant in Nambanve. State-of-the-art assembling plant is found in Nambanve Industrial Park, and we have distribution centers right in the city center, on Rome Street, on Yamaha Center, and then Slowboat near Diamond Trust head office. So I want to appeal to Ugandans to attend this year's expo, so that we share what the knowledge we have, and we also get a feedback from you and improve on what we have to do actually, so that we can reach our final goal of buy Uganda, build Uganda.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Mr. Nyakana, use the next 3 minutes to convince every Ugandan to be at Kololo.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think I would like to first start with thanking His Excellency, the President. His consistent use of Ugandan, his clothes,
if you can use
his dress code is Uganda, it's Bubu. It's a very big endorsement for the Bubu policy. And I'd like also to thank the Minister of Trade, who has supported us up to this stage. So I call upon all Ugandans to come and shop, buy Ugandan, promote Ugandan products. Actually, all our exhibitors are we encourage them to sell at reduced prices, and we're calling them the Bubu prices. So the reduced price at Expo, the Bubu price, come and it's a chance to get something from such a television at a reduced price.
Sure.
Yeah. You come get something from Roofings at a reduced price. That's the chance, and we shall be getting this once a year. So I call upon all Ugandans to come and appreciate our businesses, our manufacturers, our service providers. At Kololo, entrance is free. I also encourage businesses to book early. Every booking you get promoted. For the sponsors, they get extra. So I encourage all of you to come 24th to 26th July. We promote the Ugandan brand.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nyakana. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, David, for making it this morning and enabling Ugandans to be able to understand actually why they need to support their own, but the benefits they directly do get from that. 24th to 27th
6th
to 26th, 24th to 26th at Kololo Grounds. Buy Uganda, Build Uganda is the thing. So where else are you going to be other than a place that you're going to make your country, Uganda, better? Let's love our own, and definitely our country is going to bear fruits to make us better people. From us and the team here at U24 and UBC at large, good morning.